Hey gang, and welcome back to the WolfTribe server. At the beginning of the last episode, I called it the Wolf Pride server because that's still in my head. Anyway, this is, without a shadow of a doubt, the WolfTribe Vanilla SMP Minecraft server. So yes, last time we subdued Rilia, the water temple over there. And today I'm going to show you some of the work I've been doing in there, and we're going to do a little bit more of said work. We've got Mino and FMU on. If we have time, I might even go over to Spawn and show off some of the things that people are doing there. We'll see. Let me also update you with some gear. Let's see. I think the only major thing I've changed, I got Respiration 3 on my already awesome helmet. So I am now literally Master of the Seas. I have Depth Strider, I have Aqua Affinity, and I have Respiration. Check this crap out. I mean, I can see better underwater now. I can move around so much easier. I can breathe for forever and a day. And man, Depth Strider is so cool. You can even sprint underwater. How crazy is that? So I can pretty much do whatever I want to underwater, and it's only slightly annoying now, which is better. I've been running through my fish like crazy because I got a ton of fish when we were clearing that place out. So, let me grab some supplies here. Supplies! I'm doing all kinds of cray-cray things. We'll grab, let's grab a bunch of this, and then we'll grab this. Because what I want to do, well, you know what? I'm not going to show you just yet. You might know already, but not going to show you just yet. Get a little bit of that. Get a little bit of that. Like so. All right, let's start swimming, shall we? Oh, and then this armor rack I'm using because I want to start saving up the chainmail that I'm getting from my zombie spawner. I mentioned I was going to show it to you guys at the end of last episode, but I didn't think that I really needed to tack it on to the end because it was a decent length as it is, so maybe we'll get to that today. It's nothing too crazy exciting, but yeah, we'll get to it eventually. Let's see if we can murder these guys. And then get their drops. Oh, there's so many. So many squitters. Did he not give me his drops? I don't know. Oh, I see some XP down there. Oh, well. I also didn't mention a couple other enchants. So I got a really nice shovel now. Well, not really nice. It's Efficiency 5 and Silk Touch 1. I still need to get some Unbreaking on there, though. I have an axe, which is getting there. I think that was just a single enchant that I got. Efficiency 3 and Unbreaking 3 and Fortune 2, which whoop-de-flip-and-do for that. And then I've got a really nice bow going on, Power 5 and Infinity 1. I guess I could use some punch on there, but I basically have everything I want as it is now. And then what else? Oh, I got my sword a little bit better, Sharpness 4 now, and then I also got Knockback 2 on there. So I want to get that up to Sharpness 5, and I would love to improve the looting as well. And that's pretty much it. So you guys may be wondering why the heck I'm coming all the way around here when Rilia is right there. It's because I've been working on a little something I want to show you guys. See if I can find where it is I'm planning to go here. Where you is. Oh, down here. Alright. I have been busy. Check this out. As soon as I'm done turning around. Go away, water. Check this out. I have started at least, a massive tunnel coming from and going to the entrance of Rilia here. And let me tell you, this was a pain in the butt. So this first section that's all netherrack here with the lamps and stuff, there are archways here from the actual generation of the water temple, and I just came out with a set of dimensions that I wanted to go with, and I started building out walls, and the enchantments I have made it a lot easier, but all the guardians around made it such a pain in the butt, so I would have to like scooch out a little bit, get stuff done, kind of hide so I don't get lasered from them, scooch out a little bit more, and so on and so forth. As soon as I got far enough away from the actual temple where they weren't spawning near me as much, it got a little bit easier, and then I got underground here in a big hill, so then it's really easy. I can just dig out and everything. But the reason I am doing this is because I want to have a huge tube tunnel going from my place to spawn. And I think someone, maybe even FMU, is going to be working on some kind of like subway system eventually, and hopefully I can get it hooked up to that. But my idea is to have like a big glass tube and then a rail line running through it, and then having kind of like big metal iron connectors on either end of it to make it look more tube-ish. And I brought with some lapis because I want to dye it blue, because I think blue glass looks really cool underwater. That's my opinion, at least. So let's go ahead and make up a bunch of said blue glass, and we will start working on things here as we chat. There we go. So we don't have everything we need. I'll dump some of my excess in here. Now the sad thing is that because of the nature of this place, everything is even numbered, like 2 by 2 and whatnot. I wanted to have odd number so I could have a rail cart in the middle, but it's just not lending itself to that. So this is more or less the size of the tube. It's going to be 3 tall, which is tall enough. Maybe 4 tall would have been better, but that ship has sailed. And then 4 wide. And it's going to be, I think I'm going to have it like this shape. I was initially just going to have it rectangular like this, but I think it would put a little bit of rounding to the edges would make it look that much better. So my plan here is to start putting in the glass like so. And then once we have everything laid out, then we can go back and we can break the outer ugly walls and let the water kind of pour over everything again. And yeah, I think I like this. I may work in some other colors here and there. Maybe? Oh, it's doing the really annoying stuff every once in a while where blocks just don't appear for a while. Ugh, so annoying. Fix your game. Oh, this is why I don't like snapshots. It's like 3 features in. Plus 10 new bugs, woohoo! But oh well, at least they're adding some interesting stuff. So this is my idea for getting to and fro. I'll also have a nether portal and stuff, making it easy to get to and fro as well. But you need to have some kind of fancy entrance for your place, right? I'm not the only one who thinks that, am I? I don't know. And then this way, I won't have to worry about lighting. We could just have some mood lighting from sea lamps and stuff like that, because we won't get nothing spawning. One problem that I am going to have to find a decent way to deal with is you can't put rails on glass. You can put redstone torches on glass, but you can't put the rails on the glass. So one thing I may do is have... No, I don't know. I could have rails like on maybe the prismarine bricks running along one side. I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I should plan that out ahead of time instead of putting it off. But I'm a procrastinator by nature, so I'm going to continue putting it off. Alright, so I have been calling this place Rillier. And I figured this busy work like this would be a good opportunity for me to chat about what exactly the heck I mean by that weird word that doesn't really sound right. Because seriously, game? Because a lot of you guys that are especially newer to the channel may not have any idea what I am referring to when I refer to Rillier. So, me, myself, and I, Cthulhu, here is my skin, you've seen it before. I am a creature, an ancient kind of evil deity that was created, thought up by a guy named H.P. Lovecraft. He was an author back in the early 1900s. I think he passed away in like the 1920s, 1930s, something like that. And he was all about horror. And he actually basically started his own mini genre of horror, which is now known as cosmic horror, which is kind of like, you know, as you would imagine, almost space-based or something like that, because all of his evil deities, Cthulhu being one of them, were supposed to, like, either still reside out in space in some other dimension, or they came from some faraway place in space or something like that, and found Earth one way or another, and some of them took up residence here, and that sort of thing. And basically, the way the horror works in is, well, they're kind of evil. They just don't care about humanity in general. They'll destroy them or use them or however they see fit. But basically, like, they're so ancient and they're so otherworldly that if humans manage to find out about them, it drives them insane. It's like forbidden knowledge that humanity just simply can't handle, that sort of thing. So Cthulhu is one of those creatures, and Cthulhu is supposed to be sleeping in a sunken city called Rilliet. And once they added this to the game, I was like, that's exactly what it is. This is Rilliet. This is amazing. I love it. So they had, like, ruled Earth long before humans ever came into existence, and because of how weird and otherworldly they are, they kind of live by other, how do you even describe it? They live by other natural laws or something. So, like, they can only be out and active when the stars are properly aligned and everything. So Cthulhu is kind of like the greatest one of his group of dudes, and he and his cohorts are like almost in a semi-permanent state of sleep in the city of Rilliet, and the stars align and they rise from the deep. Ah! So the Call of Cthulhu is the first short story I ever read by H.P. Lovecraft, and it talks all about that kind of stuff. So, long story short, that is why I am Cthulhu, because I love that stuff. It's goofy and it's fun and it's scary and it'll drive you insane. And that's why I am living in this little place, and that's why I'm calling it Rilliet. So, I ran out of colored glass. I did not bring enough of my blue. So, before I run back and grab some more blue, let me show you what I've been up to around here. So I punched a hole through this wall so I could find my way around a little bit better. Basically, I've been clearing stuff out a little bit. It's like a lot of these hallways, they would have had a big chunk right here with a couple lamps in them, and it was just kind of, it would get in the way and it would make you get turned around more easily and stuff, so I removed that. I've been starting to put in some staircases because there's a lot of just vertical access ways because this used to all be underwater. So I started putting in a few staircases, and this will lead you up to kind of the, what I think of as the throne room, which is where one of the bosses were, and this is my access up to the sky. And I haven't actually started setting up shop here at all. I've just been kind of clearing things out, scoping it out, getting myself familiar with the layout, and that sort of thing. There are still a number of rooms that I have not dried up yet, because they are very large, and they have a lot of guardians, and poor little me, I only have 3 sponges. Oh, this area's unfinished. Oh, this was a cool part though. So this used to have a big pillar right here. This is a really neat kind of entryway type of place. And then outside there is kind of the main hallway slash courtyard that wraps around most of the temple, and that's still all underwater. And obviously whatever's above us here is still underwater. In fact, what is that up above there that's underwater? I'm curious. Huh, is that outdoors, possibly? I don't know. Obviously, I still have some work to do. But poor little me, this temple here that I decided to go with did not spawn with a sponge room. Some people were saying in comments in previous videos that there's a 100% chance to get one of the sponge rooms. Sadly, there is not. I double checked on the wiki and it said some rooms can spawn with sponges. Sadly, this place did not have one of them. I've looked all over the place. I even loaded up this seed in a single player world, and I checked it out in creative mode and flew around and stuff, and alas, there is no sponge room. So I have the 3 sponges I got from bosses to work with. There is another temple, water temple, way off in the distance there, a couple thousand blocks away, that I've found. And I'm thinking it would be fun to host kind of a server raid of that temple, to give other people a chance to try it out as well. So that'll be something I look into eventually. I'm just going to take a bunch of these, I guess, for now. Bunch more. Oh yeah, and this little thing here, I was just testing out a couple different colors of the glass, just to see what I liked the most. Seriously? If I look away and then, no. So I tried out like light blue, I think this is cyan blue, and then light blue was down here. Okay, if I replace this and then re-break it, okay, it's gone now. Light blue was close. I just liked the blue more though, personally. Okay, so that's all I wanted to come back for, right? Some more lapis? I think so. Let's head back over there. So yeah, it was a total pain in the butt clearing all this out with 3 sponges. I'd have a furnace running almost constantly, and I would just grab a dry sponge, use it, pop it back in, grab the next dry one, use it, pop it back in. And some of these rooms are kind of large, so like the treasure room, and then the big open courtyard hallway type area, a few of those that are really big, I'm actually going to hold off on those until I can get more sponges, because it would make my life so much easier. If you could start soaking up a lot of water before it starts to refill and recreate source blocks and stuff like that, it'd be a lot easier. So I'm going to try to get that going eventually with some of the other server members. I think it would be a lot of fun to do with a group of people. Each person wouldn't have to be quite so overpowered. And then I'm hoping they'll let me borrow whatever sponges we reclaim, and then I'll give them back to people once we're done, or once I'm done clearing out different places. So that is the plan. Alright, so let's go ahead and make up a bunch more glass. I really thought as much glass as I made would be lasting me longer, but it isn't. It isn't. I don't have a terribly far way to go to get to spawn, but still gonna take a lot of glass. A lot of glass. Oop. Alright. I should not be placing too quickly here. So let's see, I've been talking about what I've been doing here. I've been talking about H.P. Lovecraft and Cthulhu. Y'all should go read it. I don't remember if I still have this up or not, but at one point on my like About Me type page on YouTube, I even had a link to an online version of the Call of Cthulhu to encourage people to go read it, and I still do. There's a website, I think it's called Dagon Bites or something like that, that has pretty much all of Lovecraft's works just on basic HTML pages so you can read them. So you don't even have to go to your local library, you don't have to buy a book or anything like that. You can just look it up and read it. And a lot of his stories are short stories that don't take all that long. It's old-timey English, more or less, so there may be quite a few words you are unfamiliar with, but that is a good learning experience. You will expand your vocabulary if you read Lovecraft. So hopefully you guys will do that. I'll have some links in the description if you guys are interested and you want to check that out. And then I think that's about all I wanted to talk about as far as he is concerned. He being Lovecraft. Oh man, that made it dark. Littlest Lovecraft is something a few of you guys may be familiar with if you've been with my channel for the last year or so. It is a Kickstarter project that I just fell in love with because it's these 2 sisters that are really good illustrators, and they take Lovecraft stories and they kind of rewrite them in rhyme and put art alongside of it so it looks like a children's book. It looks like and almost sounds like a children's book, but it's these cosmic horror, insanity-ridden stories. So it's a really odd pairing, and it's hilarious, and they do a really good job of it. So their first project for Littlest Lovecraft was the Call of Cthulhu, and they are currently finishing up I almost said the Dunwich Horror. Is it the Dunwich Horror? Son of a biscuit. It's been so long since the Kickstarter ended, and now they're just working on it. I'm kind of blanking on what it was. Yeah. It was totally the Dunwich Horror. Lay derp. So I have funded that. I actually decided to fund it on a little bit higher of a level than I did for the Call of Cthulhu because I was so pleased with how they did on that first Kickstarter, and I cannot wait to get this next one. It should be coming out, I think, sometime in September or October, depending on, how things go and if they run into any issues, that sort of rigmarole. But I did a reading of the first one once I got it, and I would love to do that again. One of the creators even found the video and commented on it and everything, which made it that much more fun. I don't know, I love showing off that kind of stuff that other people have put in a lot of work into and done a really, really bang up job on. So stay tuned for that in the next couple of months. I will have stuff going on about Littlest Lovecraft because it is awesome. And placing blocks in Minecraft nowadays is not awesome at all. It is really obnoxious and glitchy. Oh, son of a biscuit. That was my own fault. There we go. So, clearly, I have a lot more glass to get. Because, okay, we've gotten this far. Let me through. If we come back through here, pop this guy open. So I wanted to keep coming straight through here. Sorry if this is really dark. I'll try to light it up for you guys when I'm doing editing. And let me just surface so I can get a better view of where I want to go. Come on. Come on. Man, that's deep. I think I want to bring it out and then take a 90-degree turn and go somewhere through here. I believe is the sitch. Yeah, I think you round the horn and you can go right through there and go towards spawn. So it's not ridiculously long by any means. It's just gonna be it's gonna be a bit of work. But I don't mind doing that kind of grindy stuff every once in a while. Like I can just put on some YouTube videos or some music or something, and I can sit there and I can grind up some sand. I guess some people, I think, has Doc used a sand generator in the past? Are those even still in the game? Well, people are pretty divided about those. In my opinion, if it's something that is in the game, then feel free to use it. Even if it's considered a glitch, it's still in the game. There's no way that Mojang is unaware of it, and they just have not decided to do anything about it. So have at it. But a lot of people see it as cheaty or something like that. I probably won't even bother with it. I'll just use a sweet, sweet shovel and start grabbing up all the sand I can find. I live in a freaking ocean, so it's not going to be too rare, basically. Let's see. Let's go ahead and close out this episode. Oh, I should have left this stuff behind. Drat. Let's close off this episode by going over to the zombie spawner finally, so I can show that off to you guys. It's nothing super fancy, but I'm pretty happy with it, and it works relatively well. I know that FMU started a basic zombie farm already. Last time I checked on it, it didn't. It wasn't like a drop trap or a crush trap or anything. It was literally just, hey, here's some zombies that spawned. You can kill them if you want to. It's really close to spawn though, which makes that nice. And I've heard that Cubulus has been working on his own, and it's probably going to be better than mine because he puts a lot of work into his stuff, and I kind of just get it working and leave it at that. He's been having computer issues for a while as of the recording of this video, so he's not been able to participate in any WolfTribe stuff, so I'm not sure if that's even in working order yet. But my place is at a zombie spawner that I found on an island when I was just kind of roaming around and trying to cave and get resources early on. And instead of boating back and forth on sucky boats all the time, I decided to just make a little nether tunnel here. It's quick, it's dirty, it's ugly, but it works. And for some reason, like, even though I'm pretty far away from everything else, the first time I tried linking up a... Oh, hi, guys! Whoa, I'm getting some glitchy hits where they're not even close to me, and they're still hitting me. Woo! The first time I tried linking up another portal here, it was like bringing me back to the original one that you guys just saw me use, where it's got the ladders on it and it's got signs on it and everything, which, I mean, we're quite a ways out. Whoa! Hey, Babby! And obviously I need to do a little bit better of a job linking up my portal, good gravy, my portal to where I'm actually going, but I'm lazy, for reasons previously stated. So we've got this beautiful little hut here that we can go in. We're probably gonna get zombies smacking the door down. And, are they? I don't want them to, because we're still in 14W32D, so if you break one of the fancy doors, it just drops as a normal door. So this right across from me here is where the spawner actually is, and this is where I first set up my base for working on it. I've got a bunch of old crap in there, and I'm trying to come up with a cool theme for the little ladder case going down using, is this the granite, I think? So it like devolves from the smooth granite to just like the regular granite, and then I'll come up with some kind of transition to get into the andesite. I know it's andesite, but everybody likes anders. And it comes down here to these guys. So I tried mixing in some bricks and just some smooth stone, some stuff that was similar to the andesite, but just to try to break things up a little bit and get some more detail in. If it were just me playing single player, if I even went as far as to use some type of block type for a room like this, it would just be all the andesite. But since I'm on a server and other people are going to see this and possibly even come visit it, I thought I should try to make it a little bit nicer. I still need to finish this up, but this is a simple crush trap that I found on the Reddits. Really simple, you just use 6 of these comparators, and I don't even know why it works, but it does. I didn't ask questions. Come here, push the button. Now, initially I was going to try making a drop trap. Wow, that's loud. Initially it was going to be a drop trap, and then I decided to make it a crush trap. So it's like not quite one and not quite another. So I put a little bit of water in here so they wouldn't take too much damage, so I could then crush them enough. And I do have a splash potion creation area, but I think I'm out of them for now, so I'm just gonna finish them off here. They're not quite one-hit kills, and when I use a splash potion, it doesn't kill everything. I don't know if it's because of the nature of these half blocks, that maybe the potion's not hitting all of them or something. I even use a strength 2, a tier 2 splash potion of healing on them. I hear babbies. Where'd the babby go? Weird. But yeah, for some reason it doesn't quite finish them off, but I can take a couple swings with my looting 2 sword afterwards if I need to, and finish them off that way. So in here I have an unfinished brewing room. I didn't have to go too terribly far to find a jungle and find melons. FMU, I want to mention, had found a jungle like really early on once we reset the server and didn't think to grab any melons, so I had to go grab my own. Oh, I was going to use my Silk Touch pick on these guys because I have so many of them now that I'm just starting to recreate melons like that and store them for later. And then I've brought a bunch of gold I had and a bunch of supplies for making tier 2 and splash and all that, and then we have those guys going. I want to find some more lily paths so I can totally cover this up. But there's that. I really want to find out where the babies are. Are they up here? Oh, there goes FMU. I don't know, they must have spawned in somewhere else. And then over here is an enchanting room. We got full level 30 enchant capabilities here. Do I have anything I can pop in there and try to enchant? An arrow? Oh, you can even put an arrow in there, weird. Oh well. But that's a full enchant setup, and then that, and then I've got access to my ender chest here. Oh, that's right. I did a little bit, so for the sea tunnel I was working on, that I just showed you guys, I just went into the nether pretty close to where my portal is and just started strip mining basically, just to get a lot of the materials that are quick to mine and quick to break again once you're done using them for that tunnel. And I ended up getting a decent amount of quartz there, so I still have 2 stacks of that to start fortuning up, which is pretty awesome. Well, I think that's about all I have for you guys today. We got to chat a little bit about Cthulhu and R'lyeh and Lovecraft. I got to show off how things are going there in R'lyeh, and got to show off the zombie spawner that I've been using to get my enchants. Oh, one thing I did want to mention about... Get back up there. about the water temple that I shall reside in. Once I get stuff cleared out and I actually start setting up my base in there and everything, I want to capture a guardian and name him and keep him as a pet, just to show that I've really conquered that whole temple. Whoa! Hi, guy! Not gonna lie, that kind of scared the crap out of me for a second. So my idea is, in the room that has, or in the treasure room, it's got like a big cube of the prismarine bricks, and inside of that are, I believe it's 8 gold blocks, which I have not claimed yet. But once I do, I want to take out the blocks, the gold blocks, and then replace the prismarine bricks with some sort of glass, and then use it as a little tank and keep a guardian in there. Name tag them up, keep them in there. I think it'd be hilarious. So get your names in now if you have any suggestions for what would be a funny name to use for a guardian. I only have 2 seeds. I have a really janky, it's like chicken farm that I put up here for some reason. I wanted it far enough away from where I was working so that I wouldn't go nuts. But and the reason I was doing that is so I could get some feathers for arrows, and now that I got an infinity enchant on my bow, it ain't no thing, but whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna try to catch a guardian. I might also try to catch a squid and keep him in there somewhere. It could be hard because guardians like to kill squids, so finding a squid and then transporting in there could be a little tricky. We'll see. That's kind of a secondary idea. And then one thing, actually, let me test it right now. So I'm gonna want to have farms and stuff in my base eventually. And I was thinking the very lowest floor is just 1 block thick, and then right underneath that is the ocean. So I was wondering if you have, oh gosh, if you have dirt above water, does that still get hydrated? I honestly don't know. So let's see if that gets dark. If it does, awesome, we're set. I'll have farms on the low level and we'll be all set to go. Oh, dang it, it doesn't. I thought I was gonna be all fancy with that. That's kind of stupid. Why is that a thing? Like, look at all this water. The roots can suck it up through the dirt. Look at so much water. Get hydrated, guy. That's really dumb. So I'm glad I tested that. So I'll come up with a different type of system. Maybe we'll just have 1 block of water come up from underneath every once in a while or something like that. I also want to have some kind of viewing rooms, like work some glass in so that you can see that you're underwater. Maybe glass floors here and there for the little spots just so you can look through. I'm all alone now. Everybody's left me. But those are the plans. I hope you guys are interested to see. Obviously, people have done grinders and stuff for guardians and whatnot. And I believe my buddy Cirque from the Night Owl server has already used the guardian as a pet idea. So that's nothing new, but I've never seen anybody on the YouTubes actually reside in one of these places and kind of make it their own. So hopefully that'll be fun for you guys to see. If you have any cool ideas, feel free to leave them in the comments. I always love hearing what you guys have to say about stuff. And I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It was a little bit, hopefully a little bit less derpy than some of the recent episodes where I didn't really have stuff planned out too well. So I had a clear goal this time and we accomplished it. So that's all I got for you. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you again next time for more interesting, hopefully, stuff on the WolfTribe server. Bye, guy wearing clothes and a skull. Bye. See you later.